Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, Transparent Trading Solutions, on a Tuesday, 13th August. Big rally in the market. Let's get right into the charts. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. Been talking about a lot of this stuff here recently. Let's get right into it. So first thing is the S&P finally breaking out of this chop that we've been basically experiencing over the last a couple of days. Been in that battleground, as I call it, right? So we've been kind of trending in that battleground, and finally we were able to break out. You can see breaking out of this consolidation and right into a supply coming into the CPI. The benign PPI was actually, I guess you could call that the trigger, but yeah, so we're sitting right up against this level here with not a lot. If that blows through, then we probably rally back up to 5,600 on the S&P. You know, any kind of the only odds, the higher odds are that, you know, the inflation number comes down. I think the major surprise is going to come if it actually comes in hotter, and then we can just have a little bit of a pullback here. So, but we'll see. The big number is going to be the retail sales on Thursday, and that's going to move the markets around. If that's a disappointment as well, in other words, a very weak number in the retail sales category will probably send the market reeling back down again. So interesting there. NASDAQ obviously powering ahead as well, probably headed back up to the 19,582 levels. There's a gap to fill up there as well, with all the mega caps also picking up some steam here, finally breaking out of these consolidations that we've been in for the last couple of days. Russell kind of dead, not happening much there. And the VIX did drop. I wrote over the weekend that drop under 20 in the VIX would probably be a very strong buy signal. And finally, we got that today. So, you know, we at TTS, we're long some calls in the SPY. We took some out yesterday. Unfortunately, the market just chopped around, but you know, we kind of picked a little bit up again today. Everything else really just kind of chopping around. Rates just kind of dead, sitting around. You know, they did pull back from 420 from the 402 level, and you know, heading lower. I think again the retail sales number on Friday is going to push rates around, possibly back up. If it's a good number, I think rates come right back up again. If it's a bad number, then rates continue to plummet. And we don't have anything until we get down to these lows on the rates market there. Dollar also kind of mimicking rates again. So dollars falling as rates are falling, and nothing new there. On any of the currencies, the Japanese yen just kind of meandering here after the big moves it had last week. Now it's in a consolidation. Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. Gold also probably making a new high coming up here, still kind of bouncing around this 2520 area. Oil did pull back from $80, and you know, inventories tomorrow with geopolitical stuff, it's still in a big massive range. You know, again, these are huge ranges. You know, we really don't break out of the range in oil. This is the way I would see this. We really don't break out of the range until we break below 72 or above 88, really. And even up here, you know, takes us up to these higher levels. So we'll see what happens there. Nat gas kind of just meandering above 2. Still looks kind of setting up for a bottom, but still too early to really too early to say. You know, we've had a series of higher lows, and even gapped up yesterday or over the weekend, and now we're kind of just consolidating. So we'll see what happens. So that kind of sums it up. Again, you know, 2 more big important data points. The big one I think is Thursday. We'll see what the market does. I think if we get but tomorrow's number, I think the surprise is if we get an in-line number, I don't think the market's going to move around a lot. I think today was a precursor for that. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be an interesting Thursday going into Friday as we go into Jackson Hole and the end of the summer. So volatility still probably is elevated at 18. I think we probably start from a new base of 15 going higher rather than 12 to 20 on the volatility index. So that's interesting. I think that's going to be the new regime. Okay. All right, everybody have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. If you have any questions, subscribe to the newsletter, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you on Friday. Take care. Have a good week.